Hello, Grace Harbor family. I am so glad that I get to bring you the devotional today. And today it is from 1 Peter 2, verse 2 through 3. And what it says is this: like newborn infants, long for the pure spiritual milk, that by it you may grow up in salvation, if indeed you have tasted that the Lord is good. There's something about discovering God's grace for the first time, like to its full extent, that is so immeasurable. And I've been a youth pastor for 10 years now, and so I get this unique experience taking kids to camp or going on trips or just being in youth group and having these students encounter God's grace to the full extent for the very first time, and they surrender their life over to Jesus, and it's this unquenchable fire that they have, where they dive deeply into the Word of God. They sit and intercess and pray, or just fervently praying to God. And it doesn't matter whether someone is 12 years old or 92 years old. It really doesn't matter. When you find that grace, it's just this overwhelming, constant longing for Jesus to be closer and closer to you. And if you're in those moments, God bless you. That is awesome. Such a great desire. And Peter's talking and he says, we should desire and long for the spiritual milk. And some of us have been in faith for a long time. And when you're young in the faith, you turn a corner and you see something new and unexpected and something incredible that God is doing in your life. And when you've been in the faith for a long time, I think sometimes it's crazy to even say this, but we turn the corner and we experience something that is God-given, and we just kind of look at it without all the excitement. And we just kind of go, well, I've been there and I've done that. And God is still working. It's not our reaction isn't based off of God's goodness being any different or God's greatness being any different. It's just that we feel like we've been there and we have done that. And so today I want to encourage you that if you have tasted the goodness of God, if you could realize right now, if you've been in faith for a long time, if you could look back on who you used to be and who you are today and how you got there and how God moved in your life, I think we would have a different perspective. So I encourage you today, if you are new in the faith and you are in this moment of just fire and fury for God, continue pressing on. Remember every morning that God is so good in your life and He's going to do great things. And if you are older in the faith, I want you to remember this: God is never stopping teaching you something. He's never done with you. And even though you may think that you've been there and done that and you know a lot of things, God is not done with you. And I wrote it down in the devotional. If you feel like, you've been there, done that, there's nothing else to learn, I give you this challenge. If you're like that and you're like, Devin, there's nothing else I can learn. Okay, next time you see me, explain eternity to me. Explain the resurrection. Explain anything that is in the Bible that is just so incredible. Creation, any of it. Explain it to me and then I'll believe you. And until you can explain it, which we will not ever be able to explain until we ask the Creator Himself, pursue Him. So until that day, when you meet your Father in heaven, pursue Him fervently. It's the first time that you've experienced His love, His grace, and His mercy. I love you all. I hope you have a great day.